When Cuba erupted into communism, we asked ourselves, why? Why did it happen? Could we have prevented it?
Pela justiça social e ao lado do povo, pelo progresso do Brasil.
It is time for foresight, because Brazil is growling and rumbling with potential explosion.
Let me then make clear, as the President of the United States, that I am determined upon our system's survival and success, regardless of the cost and regardless of the peril.
It looks like Goulart may take them into a communist regime.
Não se disse que a revolução foi, mas que é e continuará.
CBS reports, Eric Sevareid.
Brazil, 10 times the size and importance of Cuba. Her territory, 1/2 that of all South America, bigger than the United States minus Alaska. The United States became conscious of Cuba when a man with a beard seized power 3 years ago. We became conscious of Brazil when a man with a mustache quit power 2 months ago. His vice president, Jean Goulart, was on a mission to Red China, seeking markets for Brazilian goods.
Viva a amizade cada vez mais estreita entre a China popular e os Estados Unidos do Brasil.
Suddenly, he found himself president of a country that wouldn't let him come home. War Minister Odilio Denis swore to block his return. In the southern state of Rio Grande do Sul, governed by Leonel Brizola, Goulart's brother-in-law, the campaign for Goulart's return became a family affair.
E a nossa palavra de ordem é a luta e a resistência contra o golpismo, contra a ditadura disfarçada.
The forces of legality prepared to fight in the streets.
Nós levantamos barricadas em frente ao palácio. Pode ser que não tenhamos força, meus conterrâneos, mas eu quero vos dizer que nós resistiremos até a última gota das nossas energias. E se tivermos que ser esmagados, o faremos com a nossa honra e a nossa dignidade.
After 14 days of political strife, near civil war, and a leaderless country, Jean Goulart was allowed to return.
Graças à bravura e à coragem do Rio Grande, chego a Porto Alegre como presidente da República.
Congress agreed to revise the Constitution and cut the powers of the president if the military leaders would let Goulart take office.
Cumprimos com o nosso dever. Não fizemos uma revolução. Apenas assumimos uma atitude de inabalável resistência. Sei que os jornalistas constituíram uma das sentinelas mais avançadas nesta luta que empolgou todo o povo brasileiro no sentido da manutenção das leis, da ordem e da...
Com o fim do regime dos grandes exploradores e com a constituição de um governo que liberte os trabalhadores de todo o país da situação em que se encontram. Agora é olho por olho, dente por dente. Ação Libertadora Nacional ALN. Movimento Revolucionário 8 de Outubro, MR8.
This was a very important act because it was the first time that victims of the torture that took place in Brazil were able to express this internationally.
14 men and a woman. One of the prisoners was Flavio Tavares, a newspaper man. He said Ambassador Elbrick was kidnapped to arouse public opinion.
Those political prisoners, when they arrived in Mexico City, made statements to the press, the international press, denouncing the torture that they had endured while they were imprisoned.
Who told you that you were going to be put in jail?
Well, I was arrested in the street, you see.
What reason? Go ahead. What did they say to you?
Well, I have a prison in, because of that Congress that we made in São Paulo last year.
For political activity?
Yes.
4 hours after the safe arrival of the prisoners in Mexico, a tan Volkswagen taxi drove up to the embassy gates. Police verified that it was the ambassador who was being driven back to his home. He had a wound on his forehead. He was unshaven and seemed very tired.
I'm sure that they kidnapped me primarily for the purpose of obtaining the release of the 15 prisoners that were sent to Mexico, while at the same time trying to embarrass the Brazilian government and the United States government.
A revolução, ela nasceu, era para fazer uma arrumação de casa. Ninguém passa 20 anos para arrumar uma casa.
The military came in 1964 and stayed till 1985, one of the longest military dictatorships in the history of Latin America. All of this, by the way, was done in the name of democracy, supposedly.